is a continuance of another podcast, but we went off topic, so I started a new one. And we initially was talking about in reference to how we love. And self-love is very important to actually who we end up loving. And you're going to hear the initial story that I state about Rudy. And I can sit there and say that the reason why I have always was attracted to those type of individuals or love those individuals, because to me, honestly, in my life, the way I was brought up and seeing my mom being abused by her husband, I don't know. To a certain extent, I felt like that was love. Like if a guy cared about you that much, he would do those things. And I don't want to sugarcoat it. If a guy loves you, then he will beat you. That's what was love. That's what was shown to me. So I'm like, the guys that really love you is the ones that stick around and put their hands on you. And I think I grew up seeing that, and that's what I contribute love to. Also, I had abandonment issues. And I felt like anyone that didn't give up on you, that stuck around no matter what, that was also love. So that's what I also did in my relationships. That no matter how bad, no matter how toxic, no matter what they did to me, I would never leave, because I was abandoning them. If I said I loved them and I was with them, then I was riding no matter what, because that's what everybody did. They left. And it wasn't until I got older, and also another trait of me, that I constantly gave myself and did things for individuals to make them happy, to in return to think that was providing me happiness, because I was doing for my loved ones, because no one has also never done those things for me. And I think as I got older, it turned into me understanding what self-love was. Loving myself, and within loving myself in return to understand that what I was doing and the type of mates that I was attracting was not love. I didn't know what love was. I couldn't even love myself. And self-love is very important for you to understand what love is, because if you have no love for yourself, you don't even know what to look for when someone's giving it to you. And love to me was how I made others feel. And it never mattered how I feel, no matter how much they have hurt me. As long as they were alright, did I feel like I was loved. And I think when we look at what love truly is, we have to look into ourselves and find out, and really ask the question on how do we perceive love and how do we love ourselves. I never loved myself. I never thought I was capable of love, true love. I thought I had to settle. I thought by providing for others was. Never once have I looked internally. And because I never knew what loving myself was, I never could find those who could actually love me. And even to this day, I'm single, and I'm single because the last boyfriend was abusive. Same patterns of what I'm attracted to. So I am at this point where I have to evaluate what self love for me is. It is obvious that I have always raised my happiness on every individual. Even that story that I told about helping the woman was happiness on what I did for her. And I still could not relate on what it did for me. I have a constant need of giving people things to hope that they will accept me, and doing certain things to keep people in my life. I need to start to evaluate what loving me is like, what truly is loving me like, because it's not working out. It's draining me more. Self-love is the initial key to look for true love, because love is out there. I just was looking for it in the wrong places. And it just was very important for me to mention that. A lot of people, doesn't matter the race, based off how we was raised, how our parents portrayed a loving relationship with us, a lot of things contribute to that. And a lot of things, especially with African Americans, do we lack is self-love. And with that, a lot of the times our relationships don't work out is because we have to deal with internal self-love, both mates, while in turn pleasing another. And not saying that we can't do it, but just understand that we're both in this process of healing, and we have to be understandable, and you will have to work hard at it. This is not easy, an easy route. At the end, it's rewarding, but it's not. And all you who turn your back because the relationship is too hard or things is just too hard, if it's to a certain point and it's toxic, I get it. But a lot of times it's not that way. We just like to take the easy way out. But love is still out there. And I am, at the age I am and what I have been through, is still so excited and just waiting for it to come. Because I haven't given up on it. And the more and more as I work on myself and I really see, when I work on myself and I really see like how great I'm becoming and the person that I'm becoming, the more and more I know it's out there. And the more and more my people start to wake up and realize what is going on, more and more I know that true love is definitely out there with a black man, for me. And I'm still willing to work on it after everything I have been through. Because I have seen everything that I have went through. But we got to start with self-love. And our community struggles with that very dearly.
Yeah. Yeah. Our community does struggle with self-love. I think all of us do in one sense or another. I guess with me, because it's just like, because it's like I'm attracted to both sexes, and self love is one of those things that has to be. It's like I have to work on it just a little extra harder, because most people don't see the value of me, so I have to really love myself hard.
Yeah.
Little and probably a little more than most people, because I haven't really been shown too much favor or love in my in my upbringing.
Yeah.
Like not much of it.
Yeah.
So I got to work on it a little harder. And when it comes to my relationships, I tend to, in the past anyways, I tend to be attracted to people that love bomb me. And so, and those are the people that I tend to stay away from now, because that's just something that I know isn't going to be, it isn't the right way for me, because they love bomb me, and then all of a sudden I find out who they really are, and they're terrible. They're terrible partners, non-communicative, ice me out.
That's mostly probably because they see that you haven't, so they portray that just to get you.
Yeah, just to get me, and then just to like try to bring me down to be as miserable as they are, because they want to, misery loves company. So I know the type of people, that
You
that
attract.
yeah, that I attract. And now that I'm like, I'm 38 now, and still not like dating, and I've been single for a little over a year, but nobody in the running, nobody that I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to this person. Not really, you know, I've had a couple of numbers here and there, but nothing, nothing materializing into being like, oh yeah, something might happen here. No, I'm really like, just like you, focused on myself and doing the things that make me happy at this moment, because that's the most important. And I feel like if I work on that, then the person that I'm supposed to be with will be attracted to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll attract them.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually. I'm not like, I'm not giving it a, timeline. When it happens, it will happen. Because at this point in my life, I'm looking for quality, not quantity.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking for quality. I'm looking for somebody that, is, really, not only loving themselves, but can also love me too.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody, I want it reciprocated.
Yeah.
As much as as much as they do. So, I guess with self-love, it's like, it's kind of a give and take thing with me.
Yeah.
As much as I'm gonna love myself, I'm gonna also love that other person.
Yeah.
And vice versa with them. I'm going to reciprocate, because I've given so much of myself in the past.
Yeah.
And have not gotten anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, I know we were talking about, like validation and things like that. Like, it's not about validation, but it's just more about like kind of transactional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a little transactional because like I'm taking into account like about the things that I've been giving.
Yeah.
And it's just like I'm not counting. However, you're not taking this into account.
Yeah.
With this certain situation, and how and how you're behaving.
I think it's just with me. I'm on a focus on me, and focusing on healing me, then that will come. But I'm also not setting certain restrictions and standards on what I'm looking for. I'm being more open to what type of individuals I would like to date. But I think I need to also just at this moment focus on me, because I'm so used to giving me to receive love, and I am like really stuck in that habit. So I really have to, at this point in my life, I really have to step back, and I don't even think that even relationship will be at this point for me even the right decision, because it seems like I probably would jump back into the same habits.
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not ready. It will come, definitely, and I know it will, but I know I'm in a vulnerable state right now. And I'm not saying if it does come tomorrow, that's the wrong thing, but um, everything will fall into place. But I have to work on myself. I got a lot of things that
Absolutely.
I need to reevaluate, and I need to check, and I need to step back and just take a look at myself at this moment in my life.
Yeah. And that's exactly how I feel at this point. Mostly.
Yeah.
Like I would like to get to know somebody, just casually, of course. But, you know, I'm also into more, you know, putting that energy into myself.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I need to balance it
Yeah.
as well, because having that interaction with having those types of interactions, I feel like would benefit me a lot more
Yeah.
than not, because I'm not having those interactions as much, or haven't had those interactions very much. Like, I mean, like, it's like my relationships have, I've not had, a really good go at like really good relationships. Like I
Yeah.
like I haven't had long relationships. Like the longest relationship I've had has been like just over a year, like a few of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, you don't have a long relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish you might.
Well, I don't know. With me, you already know. I just got out of a relationship, a 7-year relationship. I have long relationships. Prior to that, 10-year relationship. And it's always with the same type of individuals. So I'm not going to lie. I'm afraid. I'm afraid that I'm still going to attract the same type of individual and end up in the same long relationship for it not to work, for them to end up to be the same type of individuals. I'm afraid of myself and what I'm attracting. 10 years, 7 years. Do I got another 7 years to give to another relationship because I have problems with letting go? So it's something that I'm doing that I need to work on before I get into another. I'm afraid. I'm afraid that I'm going to do complete. Uh, uh, I'm afraid that I'm going to go into the same process, same type of religious relationship, find that same individual, same habits. That I need to step back and realize what the fuck I'm doing wrong and fix my fucking self, because I'm gonna attract the same individuals and get the same outcome.
Right.
I need to learn my lessons, and that's where I'm at. Like from the first boyfriend that I ever had to now, I have not learned my lessons. They have majority been the same type of individual. So what the fuck am I doing? And that's where I'm at. I'm afraid of myself. I'm afraid to date because I'm afraid that I'm going to keep going back into those same habits, messing with those same individuals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid of myself. I'm afraid to date because I don't know what the fuck I like. Because clearly I like men out with my ass. And I can't sit there. You can't sit there and blame me. Oh, you're a sassy black. You cannot do that because I'm not, and you know I'm more submissive. Because of the,
I don't put that shit on there.
yeah, because of the type of men I mess with. I don't mess with men that you can be overbearing and talk back to. Clearly, because they'll smack the shit out of you. So I am very more of a submissive female. Like I got my voice on a podcast, not in a relationship. So I'm afraid. I'm afraid of who I attract. I'm afraid of myself. And I'm afraid of the decision that I make when it comes to me being vulnerable, when it comes to relationships and love. Because I don't really know what love is. And I don't know what self-love is.
Amen. Right there with you. Right there with you. Don't have the, like, I'm learning more about myself now than I have ever, you know, just at this age and things I'm going through. Probably because it's just like because of all the division that I've had lately in my own personal life. And so it's just, even with me like losing all my accounts and like losing all contact with a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's just like it's been freeing in a way, and freeing in the way like, not that I don't want to like talk to them or don't want to like, see what's going on, but I'm okay because I felt like a lot of these people were taking away from me, and not even in a bad like like this isn't talking about them negatively.
Yeah.
This is talking about, like, I felt like I was just giving way more in these connections with these people than they were with me. And I noticed, that's something that was that was always constant in all my relationships, whether it was with love or even in friendships.
Yeah, definitely friendships.
So, and I was like, I really, when that happened, I was really pissed off, of course. But like looking back, looking on it now, like I've come to peace with a lot of the stuff, and realized that I haven't really been missing much. Not being connected to these people.
Yeah.
Like, the people I've connected with now are the people that I'm connected with. Things I remember from off the top of my head, numbers and things like that. That's what I remember. So I'm just going off that. I'm like, this is all I know. So I'm, learning to, just love myself as myself presently. Not who I used to be, and not getting caught up in who I want to be. Because that's a form of self-love that a lot of people like to ignore.
Yeah.
So it's like we only want to love, like, we want to fall in love with the envisionment of ourselves in the future. We fall in love with that a lot, and not of who we are presently. Because we feel like who we are presently ain't shit.
Yeah.
And that's not true.
No.
We make strides every day.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us do. It's like small battles every day. Life is nothing but a series of small battles.
Yes.
the small battles you have to fight every single day.
Yeah.
No matter how insignificant they are, you have to, because it's a character builder. It gets you to the next thought process of so that you can change, get to a point where you're like, oh wow, I'm at this point now. I might make a different decision. You know what I'm saying?
And that goes to start our next video.